I'm going to introduce somebody who's going to speak for a little while. And I said, take your time. And he's going to introduce a couple of his friends. But he's been through a lot. And John Wayne Walding, I think a lot of you have heard. He spent 12 years in the United States Army, with 7 of those years being in the 3rd Special Forces, top of the line, group at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. He has combat deployments to both Iraq and Afghanistan. And during his career at the 3rd Special Forces Group, really the elite, these are the best, he worked on a Special Forces operator and as an operator at the sniper detachment and as a sniper instructor. He is a phenomenal world-class marksman and shot. His military school experience includes Special Operations Target, Interdictin courses, Special Forces Advanced Urban Combat, not easy, 3rd SFG Advanced Sniper, Special Forces Qualifications courses, and Airborne and Air Assault. He's got every single thing in the book. John's awards and badges include Silver Star, Bronze Star, Purple Heart, Combat Infantry Badge, Airborne Air Assault, and Air Special Forces Tab. John participated in numerous battles during his deployment. Most famous of all was the Battle of Shark Valley, which was a tough one, a really tough one. Unbelievable bad results and brilliant results. The victory was brilliant, but tremendous, tremendous carnage, which you can read about in the new book, No Way Out, A Story of Valor in the Mountains of Afghanistan. John lost a leg. He is an amazing guy, and I heard him speak once before. I was so impressed, I just asked him to come over and say a few words and also introduce your very brave friends. Come on up. John Wayne, come on.
Like they said, my name is John Wayne Walding. I'm a Green Beret born on 4th of July, and I'm from Groesbeck, Texas. So you're welcome, America, right? You can't write this, you know. And on that note, so I asked my dad one day, because this is my true name. I really am John Wayne Walding. Really was born on 4th of July. And I asked my dad one day when I was about 16, and I remember asking, Dad, why'd you name me that? Thinking, probably get this great story about how he's a great American and blah, 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 right? He said it just like this, and I quote, had a cool birthday, figured you need a cool name. Well, I'm glad you thought, he was kind of a hippie, but I'm glad you thought about it, because I'm not stuck with it. But I became a Green Beret, and like I said, I did 12 years in the military, the majority of that in Special Forces as a Green Beret. And if people didn't know, the actual true term for Green Berets is Special Forces. Special Operations is what they always make, the Navy SEALs and Rangers and everybody else. That's what they fall under. Special Forces are the U.S. Army Green Berets. And one thing I didn't know as a Green Beret, and while I was in, under that hat of Special Operations, over 6% of all the missions that are done by Green Berets. Why does no one know that? Well, we don't write books, we don't be in movies, we do the job. And a good friend of mine was Chris Kyle, and he was a Navy SEAL. And it was always real fun whenever we, be out at a training event. And so you got the Army sniper and the Navy SEAL sniper, and you suck. No, you suck. Well, So that was fun banter back and forth. But that's statistics. We go the most, we die the most, we get hurt the most. Navy SEAL Foundation's got, well, this is an old stat, but around 35 million, and Green Beret Foundation had 3. It's just one of the things that Americans don't realize, that we do our job. Our motto is quiet professionals. And one thing that we've learned, there's a true difference between quiet and silent professional. And that's what I'm trying to be as humbly as possible, to let people know that the job of a Green Beret is we teach them to die for their country rather than us doing it. That's a pretty good mission, right? Instead of sending 100 Americans into this village to kill a bad guy, why don't we send 15 Green Berets in to teach 1,000 of their army and let them do it? So that's whenever JFK, John F. Kennedy, back in the 60s, actually donned the Green Berets and let us have it. That was our job, and we're good at it, and that's what we love to do. Within 30 days of the towers falling, there were Green Berets in Afghanistan and haven't left yet, and we're not going to leave. So that's my propaganda for there, so I'm a little biased. But okay, so I lost my leg in Afghanistan in 2008 in a firefight in the Battle of Shark Valley. that pretty much we weren't supposed to win. If you ever believe in God, that's why I believe in God, because there's no reason we should be alive. About 15 Americans went up, along with Afghani commandos. We went up against over 200 insurgents when they had the elevated position in the mountain. And after 6.5 hours, 70 danger close airstrikes, 10 silver stars given, we won. How awesome is that? 0 American lives were killed. How can you be a Taliban or ISIS or whatever commander where 15 Americans can go wipe out 200 of you? I don't know how they do it. You know, I'd be in the back of the formation and be like, hey guys, I got something to do tomorrow, and I don't know. But so that's when I lost my leg, and I got shot halfway through the battle, had to put a tourniquet on my leg along with the help of a fellow Green Beret. You know, during the battle, it was literally folded halfway over, excuse the gory, but halfway over and only hanging by an inch of flesh. And on the objective, I turned it into my growing. I said crotch on national television, well, I guess twice on national television. I remember what my wife asked me. He's like, really, John, that's what we're, okay, I married you forever, all right. But I say growing now into my area, and that's how I got off the mountain, carrying my leg and fighting next to my brothers. And that's not the end of the story. Thank you. Yeah, I tell everybody you should see the other guy. Yeah, check out the other guy. But that's not the end of the story. That's the beginning, and that's why I'm here. That's the beginning of me learning the word can't. Green Beret, barrel-chested freedom fighter, can't. I cannot walk. I can't walk without the help of a prosthetic leg. And let me tell you something, that is some gut-wrenching punch that I hope none of you ever have to feel, because as not only a father, but a husband and a provider for the family, when you lose that leg, that is an instant insecurity that you go into about, am I good enough? Am I okay to make sure that my family has food? Can I still provide? And 3 things is what made me get better. First and foremost is God, because without him, we'd be nothing. Amen? Amen. That's the first thing. The second thing is my wife and family, my beautiful wife, who have Amy at home if you're watching. Love you, sugar. But that is absolutely my wife and family, making sure that every single day I have that compass to look forward to and say, thank you. And the third thing that made me want to always continue to lean forward and fight hard is you, Americans, great Americans that get it. Absolutely get it. It's the Americans that say the 2 words, thank you. Never underestimate the magnitude of what the 2 words, thank you, mean to veterans. If you don't believe me, ask a Vietnam guy. Ask somebody in Vietnam what it's like to come back and get spit on. Ask somebody in Vietnam what it's like to get called a baby killer. I'll tell you right now, if I lost my leg for my country and I got spit on, I'd be homeless, single, and have an addiction problem, because those 2 words are absolutely that mental validation that says it's worth it. Right? That's what everything we do, it says it's worth it. I like to joke, I like to have fun, and I always say I make one-legged look good. You know, I don't have a face for radio. I'm up here, so it's not too bad. But I'll be honest with you, if I didn't tell you that it sucks being one-legged. It sucks not being able to do calf raises. It sucks not to be able to walk to the bathroom in the middle of the night. It sucks whenever your kids are wanting to play soccer and you can't do it because you've been working all day with a real job trying to make your money. But it's worth it. Why? Because thank you. Great Americans like yourselves that say thank you, and it makes that mental validation that says it's worth it. And what does that do? That makes me not just want to be a husband, but a loving husband. Not just a father, but an involved, an actual loving and compassionate father. Somebody that wants to be with them. Not just a citizen, but a successful, right? A productive citizen of society. Somebody that wants to actually be with other Americans and not just be in that wall, in that prison that they call home, because nobody ever validated their sacrifice. So again, never underestimate the magnitude of what thank you means to veterans. You're worth it. So, thank you. So when I hear those two words and somebody says thank you, I say you're worth it. Because you are worth fighting for. You're worth fighting for because we are the best place in the country to live. All right? God bless you. This is awesome. All right. So when you say thank you, I say you're worth it, and I mean it. But let me tell you something else, though. We lose 22 vets a day to suicide and lack of transition. And I can tell you I felt that firsthand. Because not only when you get back, the military gives you a big old shopping cart full of drugs that says, hey, you got shot, take these, it'll make you feel better. And about after a year, I realized I'm healed. You know, I'm healed. My injury, my leg ain't growing back. I tried, you know, never mind. So anyway, I've tried. It ain't going to heal. My incisions, stitches, everything out, it's not going to heal. But guess what? I still hurt. I hurt every single day, and I know that will take it away. Fortunately, I had God, my family, and my country behind me, but not everybody gets to feel that. And you lose that compass, right? Whenever you get out, people don't care. You know, they don't care. Everybody loves you, and they pat you on your back, but who's going to pay the bills, right? So when you get out, you don't know where that compass is spinning. I challenge you to find a veteran or someone that has better work ethic, better dedication than a veteran. But when that compass is spinning, that's when the insecurity builds in. That insecurity instantly becomes sadness because you're sad. You got the boo-boo lip out. That's what I call the boo-boo lip. I rarely bring it out, only when at home. But you get that out, and then that instantly becomes depression. You know, you get depressed. Man, I suck at life. I can't even pay my bills. You know, I don't get a paycheck on the 1st and 15th, and that four walls become a prison. You know, that's how it happens. And I want to punch that in the mouth. I want to punch 22 vets committing suicide in the mouth, and the way that I do that, absolutely. And the best thing, and I want to speak specifically to veterans right now, if you're having that problem, that life sucks, right, because you're one-legged or no-legged or whatever, you know, just a civilian now, which it is kind of weird being a civilian, I'm not going to lie. It's got a weird feeling to it. But you see that compass spinning, you don't know what to do. When you start getting sad, you need to tell yourself that you owe it to the fallen to live well. And think about that. All right? I have over 30 names that are embroidered into my center console, and it's not because I think it's cool to see a lot of names. It's because I knew every single one of those names, and they're dead now. And I have to stomach that. You know, the Army, the military, Green Berets, they teach us how to deal with death, but not deal with it. And I'm not saying that needs to be the mission. They need to be able to shoot, move, communicate, do the great things that we do. However, that's something that we don't have the coping mechanism. And the 35th time that you get that call and say, hey, Ryan got it. Or, hey, Aaron Bellagio, he's no longer with us. Or even worse, what if you're stateside and you see that casket being lowered with that American flag down and his family's there with his wife, 3-month pregnant or 3-month baby that he hadn't even met, looking at you? Do you say, I'm sorry? What do you say to that? It's impossible to actually make a statement to say, sorry for your loss. Here's how you do that. You live well for the fallen. That's a debt that you owe. If your life sucks, they win. Right? If your life sucks, they win. And that's something you cannot let happen. So whenever you get that feeling that it's over, hey, you guys sleeping over there. There you go. I got you, boy. What? Been on TV? Called me out? Hey, I'm just saying. But whenever you get that feeling of hopelessness or that feeling of sadness, remember, you owe it to them to live well. And that's the best middle finger that you can give to the Taliban, is to live great and live awesome. So to remind myself every single day, I wear this ring right here as a symbol of 22 that commit suicide every single day. And I want to bring up Jacob Schick and Jeff Kyle, two great friends of mine. Well, there we go. Come on up there, sugar. Jake is the executive director of the 22 Kill Project, and that's what we are. He is absolutely. That's why he breathes air, is to punch 22 vets committing suicide in the mouth. And so I want to let him talk to y'all about the 22 Kill ring, and we're going to present one with Mr. Trump tonight.
Thanks, brother. So much America, John Wayne. So much America. Love it. I can't say it. Sorry, brother. So we wear these honor rings. I'm blessed to be a part of a great organization to fight the staggering statistics that 22 warriors die by suicide every day. Not only do we lose them on the battlefield, but we lose them when they come home by their own hand. And on average, it's 22 a day. All three of us, we're all war fighters, and we've all buried brothers. And it's unacceptable. So at 22kill.com, we fight like hell every day to end that statistic and let these warriors know and their families know you're worth it. Keep fighting the good fight. People wonder why we're the best military in the world. I'll tell you why. Because it's one team, one fight. We're all in it together. And that is how we're going to end the statistic. So we wear these honor rings on our trigger fingers for a reason. It's not a fashion thing, it's a life thing. Because this life is absolutely worth living. So we are so proud to be here and honored to be here. And I've only met Mr. Trump a short time and his family, but two of my brothers know him a lot longer than I have. And I'll tell you right now, their word, that's gold. So if they say it, it's so. And with that, these honor rings mean so much to us because it's a silent salute to those who served and or are serving, and to highlight the fact that we lose 22 of our finest every day by their own hand. And together we can crush that. We can stop it. So, thank you. So with that, before we do this presentation, I feel like it would be remiss if I didn't say to all those in the audience tonight who served and to family members who went through those deployments with them, thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for what you did. And to our Vietnam veterans, welcome home. Welcome home. And with that, I would like one of my best friends and fellow Marine, we're better, get over it, John Wayne, we're better, to present Mr. Trump with his personal honor ring that we brought for you. And we hope that you wear it with pride, and remember that one team, one fight aspect, so we can make America great again together, brother.
You veterans are incredible people, brave beyond comprehension. And I just want to, in behalf of everybody in this country, in Iowa, but in this country, I want to thank you for the job you do, because without you, we would not be here tonight. Thank you all very much. Fantastic people. Thank you.